Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Disenchanted. Yes, 2 hours ago. It's now a little after 2 a.m. 2 hours ago, this thing premiered on Disney Plus. It's a Disney Plus original. It is the sequel to Enchanted, and yes, it brings back pretty much, the entire main cast of the original film. The little girl is now being played by Gabrielle Baldacchino, uh, different girl, and also in order to have a teenager in this story, because it's important that she's still a kid. Technically, she was 6 in the first one, and 15 years have passed, and time doesn't have to move the same way. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is all messed up with time right now. Like, when did the whole Wakanda Forever happen? I don't know. It's confusing, and the time jump and the years people are dust. It doesn't matter either way. In order to have a teenager, they couldn't have her be age 15 years if this was real time. She'd be 21. She'd be an adult. Be all grown up. This is very much a story that involves Morgan as a teenager who is kind of struggling with having to move to the suburbs, basically. Her dad and stepmom. This is a very important title right there. If you know anything about Disney animated realms, animated films, you know what the stepmom technically usually always represents. Well, that they play into that quite well in this story. I'm not going to give away anything too much. Mainly because it's only 2 hours old on Disney Plus. So yeah, if you're wondering whether this is worthwhile checking out or not, well, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. Nothing important story wise. I'm just going to basically give you some reasons why or why not to enjoy this. So I hate calling these reviews, but I guess that's what they are. I don't know. Either way, Amy Adams and Patrick Dempsey are back as the young lovers who met in 2007. Of course, this is 2022. In this timeline, it's some other time. I know I'm obsessing about this. I'm sorry. So yeah, in this realm, they've decided, well, hey, guess what? We're going to move out of the city. It's time to go, and Morgan's not too happy with that. She's still a sweet kid. She's a teenager. They can be surly at times, sarcastic, a lot, and that's kind of what she is. But she's forced to go live in the suburbs in this quaint little town, probably upstate New York, probably Connecticut, reachable by train if she had to go back to the city for any reason. But still, she doesn't want to live there. And it appears they built a fixer-upper, so kind of everything is going wrong from the moment they arrive. Of course, they get to meet a lot of new residents, including Maya Rudolph and her minions, played by, why can't I say her name? Come on. Oh yeah, Yvette Nicole Brown and Jayma Mays, which you'll recognize them from a lot of comedies, mainly Community and Trial and Error. She's Jayma Mays has been in a bunch of stuff. Both women are hilarious. Well, all three of them are hilarious. But of course, if you're gonna put Maya Rudolph in a film that has songs in it, it's a musical. She's gonna sing, and she does sing. She does absolutely just knock the roof off the dump. In a very big duet with Giselle, played by Amy Adams, as they kind of battle for dominance. The costumes kind of give away that there's something special going on with Maya Rudolph. What is it? I'm not going to tell you. But as Amy Adams, Giselle, realizes pretty quickly, Morgan is unhappy. And she does her best in her sweet, innocent, kind way to help her out, but it only makes things worse. And she goes to extremes. Of course, we get a visit from the other couple, James Marsden and Idina Menzel. I'm not going to Travolta that up. Idina Menzel. Oh my gosh, why can't I want to put extra letters in there? Idina Menzel. Idina Menzel. I'm sorry. You know her as Elsa in Frozen. And well, that's one of the big things. She was not as well known, obviously, in 2007. And you have a film that has a lead actress played by Amy Adams, and she's got to do the big song and the big music, just the big singing hero music. If you put in Idina Menzel in the movie as well, and you have her sing, she's gonna out sing everybody. Don't care how talented Amy Adams is, singing and dancing and everything else. Well, Idina Menzel, she's got the pipes. And while Amy and Maya do a lot of more complicated numbers that play off each other, Idina, I'm gonna keep messing that up. Idina is the woman you go to for the power ballad, the one that just gonna, the let it go. There's I think she does say let it go at some point, but it's not in the same way, obviously. In one of the songs, she sings the first. She's the first song that comes off during the credits, end credits, and yeah, she gets her moment. She gets her big moment at least once or twice to really just boom. James Marsden can sing too. He's always hilarious. He doesn't have as big a part in this one, but he is there. And yes, do we get to see some animation? Obviously we do. This, in fact, is sort of told as a story by Kip, or Pip, by Pip, the chipmunk, who is also voiced by the director Adam Shankman, I think. Let me make sure. Adam Shankman, where is he? Where is he? Come on. Why aren't you listed toward the top? Either way, I think he's doing the voice. He has kids of his own now, and he's telling them a story of Enchanted. And of course, they've heard the story a million times, but have they heard about what happened after Happily Ever After? And that's the story we get. We might see some other moments of animation here and there, but it's mostly a live action film. It would kind of be a sad thing if we didn't jump between worlds a little bit. How we jump between them, why we jump between them, those are things I'm not giving away. But the effects in this work great. The music is really good. I don't know if it's going to be the kind of thing we're going to be singing like Let It Go or anything else on the radio or at any events, but it's Disney related events. I don't know if they're going to become classics or anything, but they're good songs. They're really, when you're done, especially the Idina Menzel one, whew, you're like, she is not just Elsa, so that's kind of great. So yeah, it's a great cast. It's a fun story, and great music, and so for something that is not normally, if Disney Plus didn't exist, this would have been put out as a feature. If the pandemic never happened, if the movie going experience had not the box office ticket sales things hadn't changed over the last 15 years, where every movie, every big starring film and franchise sequel, whatever, this would have gone into theaters, and it might have done middling. It might have done okay, or if it would have gone right to video, it would have right to VHS or DVD. It would have made its money back, but it probably wouldn't have got the visibility that it is going to get here on Disney Plus or in the theaters. And in the theaters these days, the only things that make box office money, they're not given a whole lot of time to make that kind of money anymore, when it's dominated by superheroes and Star Wars and avatars and all that other stuff. So yeah, it's these days you're going to get a lot of high concept, big fantasy and sci-fi and superheroes type stuff dominating the box office. While this has plenty of fantasy, it's comedy, it's fun, and everything else, it may not have pulled, because Amy Adams, Patrick Dempsey aren't the huge stars they were in 2007. I don't know if they were that huge in the first place, but it was a unique concept at that time, and they are embodied these characters. So putting out a sequel, there may not have been a bunch of people running off to see that in the theaters, and so Disney Plus is the perfect place to see it, because if you already have a subscription, and guess what, you can see it for free as many times as you want, over and over and over again. That's how the streaming service wars have changed the way we watch movies. So, yeah, that was a big tangent. I'm trying to think what else in there. There's a number of references to other Disney characters in this. There's a reference to Maleficent and Cruella in one of the songs. Oh, by the way, Alan Tudyk plays the voice of the Skrull. The Skrull. The scroll that it plays an important part in this story, which I'm not going to explain. The trailer might give away some things, but he's King Candy, he's K2SO in Rogue One, he's Wash from Firefly, he is Resident Alien. Seriously, he is everywhere, especially in Disney. He's all over the place. And so, yeah, he gets one more role. And Yvette Nicole Brown also, she is just in everything. I saw her at D23 Expo a couple months back, and she was hosting the Star Wars Lego panel, and because she's a big nerd, and she's just does all this stuff. So yeah, she's kind of awesome. But yeah, it's good. Like I said, good cast, good music, good fun. It's a worthy sequel. I say go for it. If you got time, watch them back to back, like I've just done. Like I watched Enchanted yesterday, because somehow it wasn't on Disney Plus way back when this randomizer picked it. Don't know why. But they added it back, I never added it back to my list. So I figured, well, this is never going to get picked, so I might as well make this the thing I watch the day before Disenchanted comes out. So if you missed yesterday's episode for whatever reason, go watch that one and watch this one. You are watching this one if I'm telling you this. Or don't watch me. Just watch Enchanted and Disenchanted back to back, and you'll see how these characters have grown and changed. The ones that we love so well, and it's lots of just goofy fun. And yes, it is for the whole family. It like I said yesterday, it could be the kind of film where it's really easy to pick on the tropes that you find in a lot of classic Disney animation. A lot of things that haven't aged so well when it comes to especially women. They don't go down that path. Disney's not afraid to make fun of itself here and there, or poke fun at itself, but it doesn't have to do it crudely, and it doesn't have to do it in an adult way. So this is fun for the whole family. That's what I'll say. Fun for the whole family. Tomorrow, well, it's Disney Plus, so it probably will be fun for the whole family. I don't know. Let's pick tomorrow's episode at random. 319. So if you're new to this for whatever reason, that randomizer that has 555 different things that are currently on Disney Plus at this time for this quarter, as of the beginning of this quarter. So yeah, I update the list every 3 months. So what is the number again? 319? Oh man, we were so close to. We've been seeing a lot of movies recently, and I was hoping for a short, but we got so close to a short. But instead, we have sharks. Anyway, like I said, this thing, I know my brain is random, but it's 2 a.m. It's after 2 a.m., and I'm tired. It randomly picks a number. That number correlates to something on this list, and this list will tell me what I'm watching next, and whether I like it or not, that's what I'm watching. And we've got plenty of stuff on Disney Plus from National Geographic that deal with sharks. Well, guess what? This time we're playing with sharks. Yeah. It's 319, right? Just making sure. Yeah, 319. 319. I talk too much. 319 is Playing with Sharks next on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.